I grabbed the oar and swung it at the rich kid's head, again and again. Until there was no sound on the ship, I dumped the body into the ocean and watched the little boat slowly slip beneath the surface. I didn't run. Instead, he impersonated his identity, blowing through his money on booze and good times. I even walked into banks and withdrew cash under his name. Not a single person caught on. Everyone just assumed I was him. It all came down to one thing, my gift for imitation. I can perfectly replicate the other person's signature, so perfectly that even bank experts couldn't tell the difference. But my real talent was mimicking the way people talk.
No, I like him.
Marge, you like everybody.
No, I like him.
Marge, you like everybody.
Before I met the rich kid, I was nobody, just a broke guy, grinding through odd jobs day. Then one day, I crossed paths with a mega wealthy businessman. He noticed I was wearing the uniform of an elite prep school and struck up a conversation since his own son went there too. Actually, I borrowed this outfit just to put on a good show, but I still hinted too that I knew his son. A few days later, the man came to me with a proposition. He wanted me to fly to Italy and bring back his son, who was refusing to come home. He'd cover all my expenses, and there'd be a generous payoff once the job was done. I agreed right away. With the little intel I had, I tracked down the rich kid Dick. I walked up pretending to be an old classmate, but he had no clue who I was. Things were getting awkward fast, until Dick's fiancée, Marge, stepped in to smooth things over. She suggested we all grab lunch. To get closer to Dick, I did an impression of his father's voice at the table, but right when he was in a good mood, I came clean. I told him his dad had sent me to convince him to come home. Dick told me to get lost. I grabbed my bag and started to leave, deliberately letting a few things tumble out. He saw his favorite jazz record. Just like that, he felt like he found a kindred spirit and asked me to stay. This was all part of my plan. I'd done my homework on Dick's obsession with jazz and spent an entire night before the trip cramming everything I could about it. It paid off. Dick not only invited me to stay at his villa, they take me out for fun and entertainment every day, letting me experience all kinds of pastimes that rich people enjoy. I got hooked on that lifestyle fast. I started copying the way Dick dressed, the way he carried himself. I even started thinking of him as a real brother. Then one day, Dick's old buddy Freddie showed up. When he found out I'd been mooching off Dick for months, he didn't bother hiding his contempt. He flat out called me a parasite. After that, things between Dick and me went downhill. Whenever Freddie was around, I just stood there like a piece of furniture. I figured once Freddie left, everything would go back to normal. Turns out, Dick had been wanting to get rid of me for a while. One day, we took a boat out on the water. I was excitedly mapping out our next trip.
I think we've seen enough of each other for a while.
What? You can be a leech. You know that.
When Dick dropped the bomb, it gutted me. The guy I treated like a brother had only ever seen me as entertainment. We got into a massive blow-up right there on the boat. Dick lost his temper and slapped me across the face twice, then tore into me with the nastiest words he could find. I never expected him to be that ruthless. Moments later, the boat went quiet. I threw the body overboard and watched the little boat sink out of sight. Then I headed straight back to the hotel to check out. To my surprise, the hotel manager mistook me for Dick.